Record.
And all of my students, hi. Daddy's recording, I didn't know that. We're going to learn how to read by making predictions. What is a prediction? Yes, Morgan?
A good guess what the book's about.
A good guess about what the book is about. How does that help you understand a book if you make a prediction? Morgan?
You can kind of tell what the book is about.
Yes, you can. Very good. Okay, so, AJ, what do you think my book is about?
Mummies.
What makes you think it's about mummies?
The man on the front cover and the wrapped up guy. That mummy. That.
Okay, very good. Emily, can you read the table of contents? And I want you guys are going to pick one of these questions, okay? So, Emily, can you read that page right there, starting with
Where mummies used as medicine. Was King Tut murdered? Is King Tut's Tom cursed? Did trains burn mummies for fuel? Did people catch cholera from mummy linen?
Okay, let's pause.
Linen.
Okay, this is, did people catch cholera from mummy, if that's a short I, can you say it?
Linen.
Very good. Wait, do you guys like any of those questions yet?
I do.
Okay, what question do you like?
Did a train burn money for oil?
Okay, so let's write that one down. Okay, did trains burn mummies
You're lucky you use a pencil.
for fuel? That'll be AJ's question, so you don't have to write that one down.
I'm not writing it
Okay. All right. Did you find a question that you liked?
Yeah,
Okay.
I found a question that I like.
Oh, good. All right. So each of you should write your questions down. Was King Tut murdered? Is Morgan's question. Emily's working on her question.
We did lots of questions. Are you writing
No.
the exact same?
Do you want to do a lot of questions?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, we can do some more
Figure out
questions.
This and this.
I'm gonna write them all.
Ooh.
I'm gonna write the stuff down there.
AJ's going to be number 1.
They murdered after Tut.
Yes, Morgan picked this one, so you can't pick the same question.
I'm not copying off of her.
You're not? Oh, well, that's good. Thank you for telling me that.
You took my pen.
Ah! Silly me. Can you write a number 3 next to your question, Emily?
Okay.
Okay, let's do one together before we do yours. I'm going to pick the question, did a mummy sink Titanic? That's my question, okay? So, Morgan, do you think yes or no?
I think no.
I think no.
No.
And I'm not coming off her. Orange.
You're not? Okay, thank you for telling me that. All right, let's see. Can you guess? Can you tell me why you think, Emily, since you said you're not copying, and I believe you, why did you say no, a mummy did not sink the Titanic?
Wait, is this a real story or fake?
This is for real. Do you know what the Titanic is?
Yeah.
It's no, I don't believe it because I've still heard because when I was at school I heard the story about Titanic, so.
And you don't remember a story about a mummy and the Titanic?
No, I just heard Titanic.
Okay.
That he's moving.
Okay.
I know.
You know? What do you know?
I know how to do Morgan is packing.
I said no because why would people bring a mummy on a ship?
All right, Morgan says, why would people bring a mummy on a ship? And what's your answer, AJ?
I read a book and it says it didn't get sinked by a mummy, it got sinked by an iceberg.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's read. I'll read this one and then we'll do AJ's question next and we'll see what the answer is, okay? So, did a mummy sink Titanic? In the 1890s, 4 British men found the mummy of Princess Amun-Ra. 3 of the 4 men died strange, mysterious deaths. The mummy eventually went to the British Museum. Museum workers realized the mummy was cursed and quickly tried to get rid of it. The mummy was sent to an American museum on Titanic. Some people believe Princess Amun-Ra sent the ship to a watery grave. The man who delivered Amun-Ra to the British Museum died within a week. Another man took a photo of the mummy, looked at the picture, and then killed himself. With a history of cursing people, it would make sense that the mummy would also doom Titanic, right? What do you think?
Yes.
Does it make sense? AJ says no, Morgan says
Yes.
Emily? Do you think a mummy would sink the Titanic now that you heard all the evidence? No. Okay, so let's hear the answer. The verdict? No! So who is correct?
Me and Emily.
And do you want to know why the mummy did not sink the Titanic?
Why?
Because there was no mummy on the Titanic. You were right. It was sunk by
An iceberg.
an iceberg. Okay, very good. So you're going to read, we'll start with AJ, and he's going to read his question, and you guys are going to guess, make a prediction.
I'm guessing no.
Okay. So, AJ, read your question.
Did trains burn mummies for fuel?
And AJ said,
No.
no. And Emily says, but you write it down so nobody knows your guess. And Morgan, write yours down so nobody knows your guess.
For a question or for AJ?
For AJ's question. Did trains burn mummies for fuel?
Why don't we cover it up with
A mummy is a dead body that is alive. And what's part of a body is bones and skin. But if they use bones for fuel, I don't know if they did or not.
I'm just
The
guessing.
answer would be yes.
No.
Well, you may guess. So go ahead. That sounded, I liked it. That sounded, you had a good thought
So
process.
is it yes?
For guessing.
Is it yes?
Do we know?
Did you guess yes?
No, we don't.
We don't know. Go ahead and write your guess down.
And cover it
I
up.
haven't
so
thought
no
about
one
it
knows.
yet.
Mine-
Okay. Well, we'll just go with what you said first.
Then it would be yes.
Correct. Because we're just guessing.
It's a yes.
Well, we don't know.
Morgan.
You just told them my answer.
Or we don't know what Emily's going to write down. Write down really fast. I don't know. You can write whatever you want.
Alright, I'll write whatever I want. I'll write a part.
Oh, yes. That's awesome. Okay, can you read this? Read this part right here.
What's the story?
Can you read this part?
The
That's a really hard word.
Egyptians railroads burned mummies as fuel for steam engines, but where could people get such a strange idea? Arthur Mark Twain discovered it is in his 1869 book, The Innocents Aboard.
Very good. So that's the question. Did trains burn mummies for fuel? This is where that crazy idea came from. Mark Twain wrote about it. So Mark Twain, we went there, huh? The verdict is
no. No steam engines use coal as fuel, not mummies. Mark Twain was a famous fiction writer. In other words, his stories weren't real.
very good. So,
It's right.
did trains burn mummies for fuel?
No.
Very good.
Owl.
And where did that story come from?
Mark Twain.
Mark Twain.
What was your guess?
Yes.
Morgan guessed yes.
This
but
is my guess.
Emily guessed
Yes.
maybe. On the fence. Okay. And Morgan is number 2.
Was King Tut murdered?
All right. And so write your guess down. Was King Tut murdered? What do you think? Write your guess down.
I know the story of King Tut.
You do. So you have an inside scoop. But you don't have to write the question, AJ. Just write your guess.
What's the last word?
Murdered? It looks like that.
I'm guessing.
So while you're guessing, what do you use when you're making your guess?
Prediction.
Inference.
Very.
Schema.
Oh, very good. Very good. And when you test to see whether you answered your guess is correct, what do you use? How do you know?
Brain.
Use your brain. What information did your brain receive?
The evidence.
The evidence. So you use the evidence, and where did you get the evidence?
From the book.
Very good. Okay, so let's do what Morgan's question, and was King Tut murdered? And let's see what the answer is. So go ahead and read the story for King Tut, and then over there is your verdict.
What's the story? 18-year-old King Tutankhamun of Egypt was killed by someone who wanted his throne. The killer might have been the king's advisor, a man named A, because Tut was 8 years old when he became king, and he had many decisions for the king. The verdict: no. The early x-rays showed damage to Tut's head. Researchers looked at the x-rays, thought that would have happened while Tut was alive. But years later, researchers learned the hole was made after King Tut's death. The impalers must have dropped the body. The bits of bone most likely fell into the skull.
Very good. So the answer is
No.
no. What was your guess?
Yes.
Yes. What was your guess?
I did not really, but he got killed because he got put in jail. So, no.
So, no. Emily, what was your guess?
No,
And do you have a reason why you said no?
because, well, I've heard stories about mummies and they were true, but I've never heard a story that was a bit close of a mummy killing a king.
Okay. Let's do Emily's story.
15. seconds remaining. 11.4 seconds remaining.
It's okay. Go ahead, Emily.
You said only 15 seconds?
I know. We're going to do one more question, though. We already did the wrap up. We're just going to do one more question. All right, Emily, what was your question?
Was King Tut's Tom cursed?
All right. AJ, what is your guess? Write it down. Yes or no? Just write yes or no. Emily, did you write your guess already?
Tomb. Was King Tut's tomb cursed?
Very good. Did you write your guess already?
No, my bad.
Okay. Think about your guess.
Because if the mummy was still living when Tut died, then it might have been cursed. But if the mummy when Tut died, it would be no.